Fellas and folks, how's everybody doing today? Thanks for joining us again. A little review on a tool I picked up. This is the Fieldpiece SC680. So I picked it up, and again, I kind of get to these reviews a little late, so I break it out. I'm a little excited when I get new tools, so I'll break it out of the box, use it. I'll tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. I really like this. Number one, it has this. When you open the amp clamp, it has a little flashlight on it. That can be really helpful in some situations. It's better to have it and not need it, right? I really like that when you turn this on, there is a backlight on there. That's pretty slick. That is super helpful. I found myself in situations where I was turning it on and you can't see what you're selecting, Yeah, this is really helpful when it's dark out. It's got a really nice big display that you can see there. It's got probe storage in the back, really nice. And I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I have like replacement meter probes that I've bought before, and I think I bought UEI in the past. As far as these go, Fieldpiece, like just the feel of them, the material, the flexibility. Fieldpiece makes my favorite. I think they're the best. That's just my opinion. But if you use like a UEI set, they're like really rigid and plasticky. It's kind of like they don't lose their shape from being all folded up like this when you first get them. They'll stay like folded up like that for a while, just because of like the plastic material that they use for the insulation. But anyway, these are sweet. They come 24 karat tipped. They are detachable. Like, it comes with these little mini alligator clips. So you can grab those right there. So you can see it has these. So you can throw these guys. So you just take this, right? Oh yeah, and these come off as well. So if you want to get a little smaller on there, boom. Okay. But you would just, take these off, throw them on your meter, boom, boom. And then if you wanted to put your Molex testers for mini splits. So I wanted something that did inrush amps. And this does that. It has dual wireless temp probe, so you can take your supply and your return temperatures at the same time if you have to. It's not something that I probably would use regularly. I would more likely use my wireless air probes for that. But if you don't have those, this is a great option, right? I mean, you can just take your boom, put your K-type clamps in there, switch it over, switch it to temperature, and you got your T1 and your T2 right there, right? Another cool thing this does besides that in inrush amps, it does watts. This will actually convert the power factor of a motor or anything that you're testing, It's got a really good magnet on it. Some of my other ones, some of my other Fieldpiece tools specifically, they have like the strap with the magnet or one magnet. When you put this on something, it stays. I mean, this magnet is like incredibly solid. So it's nice to have, and it's also got a little hanging hook there. That's pretty sweet. The head. I'm sure you guys, every time you open a panel on a unit, the electrical panel, and you're trying to squeeze this in there and twist it around, how many times have you had to try to twist the unit to look at the screen? Yeah, this is helpful, right? It goes both ways. I like the swivel on it. So this, the swivel is great. It does AC volts, DC volts, AC amperage. It'll tell you the hertz automatically, I'm pretty sure. So like if you're at 50 hertz, 60 hertz, and you got your inrush button right there. This is wireless compatible with the JobLink app. See there, big wireless button you can turn on and off. And another really cool thing about this that I didn't mention, besides this guy right here, that's pretty slick, you know, I like that. But yeah, that's helpful. And another really cool thing besides power factor, I mean, come on, right? So you can use this for flame rectification, diode testing. It's got a continuity and LED beeper, so it'll beep for continuity and light up. It's got a obviously a voltage tester. A lot of them do have that. Works with JobLinks. It is Fahrenheit, Celsius switchable. It's got your min and max holds. So if you're trying to get high and low voltage or temperatures as well, you just press the hold button for that. It's got a really good magnetic hanger. It is 1000 volts on Cat 3. Cat 4, it runs to a max of 600 volts. It does do power factor. It's got dual temp. You could test capacitance, obviously. Everything that a HVAC meter should have, this has it plus more. It's got the lead storage, dual temp capacitance, test 3-phase power with 2 leads. That is super helpful. I don't know if you guys have ever been in that situation where you had to swap some wires, but now, before you turn the unit on, you can actually test it with 2 leads, and this will tell you if your power is wired out of phase. That's pretty cool. It is true RMS through the clamp and leads. Capture starting amps with inrush. I showed you guys that. This also does claim to have the 1000 feet of wireless range. Again, I would keep that within eye shot of where you're going to be if you have to put it somewhere. But it does make it helpful because the reason I wanted the wireless capability is so that I could put this inside of a unit and then close the unit back up so that that we're not losing airflow. And everything's basically buttoned up the way it's supposed to be. And then I can still read what's going on and take my measurements from the JobLink app. Now let's get into what I don't like about it. This thing is humongous. I mean, this thing is like, I think it's 13, 14 inches. So if you're gonna be carrying this in a bag, it's gonna be sticking out of your bag. So it is semi-slim, so it will fit in most pockets. It's just really long. So keep that in mind. And it comes with some Fieldpiece stickers. Look at that. See, that thing didn't even want to come up. Boom, see that magnet? So you'll kind of twist your wires up a little bit, right? Place them in their slot, right? Anyway, and then you take this, right? Once you got your leads in the back, boom, run it through. You're gonna twist this guy up, and then you just slide it over like that. You could do it like this. You could pull them through, right? Twist that. This is literally how they told me to do it. And you just wrap it over, right? And it holds it pretty well. This isn't very tight, but it's essentially sort of the way you're supposed to do it. If you guys are looking for a new meter, I really recommend the Fieldpiece SC680. It is a little big, so be prepared for that. But if you're looking for a solid meter with tons of features, it's got a swivel head, it's got lead storage in the back, a really good magnet, and Fieldpiece has a really good track record. You get a lot of extra goodies with this. Like I said, you get the small alligator clips. They are a little short, but again, if you're sticking inside of a unit, I guess the magnet will keep it pretty sturdy, and then they're still a little short, but anyhow, you get your temp probes in there. They are nice and long. The temp probes themselves, how long are they? I guess I didn't check that. But real quick, I'll show you. It does volts AC, amps AC, volts DC, amps DC. That's handy. It does microamps DC, ohms, microfarads. It does hertz through the clamp, hertz through the leads. Again, either. It gives you a duty cycle percentage. It shows temperature in Fahrenheit or Celsius. It will show you phase rotation with just 2 leads. It'll give you power factor. in kilowatts. It takes a 9-volt battery, which they claim will give you up to 100 hours if you're using a good alkaline battery and you're not, again, using the backlight or the wireless, because those will drain your battery a little bit. But you know, it gives you the option to get accurate blower measurements behind the door, you know, with the wireless capability. So that's really what sold me on it. Wireless Bluetooth beacon, clamp meter, thermocouple silicone leads, gator clip leads, padded case, and Molex tips. Oh yeah, there is a really large padded case that it comes with. I just use the padded case for another tool that I don't carry regularly, but it does have your typical Fieldpiece case that comes with it. I'm sure you guys know what they look like. It's got a little belt loop on it, pocket inside for stuff like this. So anyway, if you guys are in the market for a new meter and this was helpful, I'm glad I could give you some insight. If you have any questions or comments about this, or any, or if you're interested in trying to find one or where I got mine, leave me a comment below. If this was helpful to you, consider subscribing, like, share, and comment if you have any questions. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Really appreciate you taking the time, and I will see you on the next one.